May 25th, 2026, Monday. This is your daily astrological forecast reading based on the Sidereal Vedic sky, with focus on the planets, signs, nakshatras, and specific padas active today. And today is not a soft emotional day. Today is a nervous system awakening day. The sky is carrying a sharp mix of Taurus material pressure, Gemini mental restlessness, Leo emotional pride, Pisces spiritual fog, Aquarius technological obsession, and Capricorn institutional pressure. So if you wake up feeling like your body wants peace, your mind wants stimulation, your ego wants recognition, your soul wants surrender, and your nervous system is standing in the middle asking, which one am I supposed to obey first? That is exactly the vibration of the day. The bold message for today is this: you are being forced to see where comfort has become captivity. You may want stability, but not the old kind of stability. You may want money, but not money that comes with deadness. You may want love, but not love that keeps you emotionally trapped. You may want recognition, but not recognition that forces you to perform a false version of yourself. You may want spiritual peace, but not escapism dressed up as surrender. Today is a refinement day, not a destruction day, not a collapse day, a refinement day. The strongest pressure comes from Sun and Uranus together in Taurus, in Krittika Pada 4. Taurus rules money, food, speech, possessions, family values, self-worth, body comfort, wealth, land, beauty, and material stability. But Krittika is not soft Taurus. Krittika is the knife. Krittika is the flame. Krittika cuts, exposes, burns, purifies, and says, enough of pretending this is fine. So when the sun sits in Taurus in Krittika Pada 4, your dominant awareness goes toward money, food, body, speech, family values, possessions, comfort, self-worth, and what you are building in the material world. You may suddenly become critical of waste, critical of laziness, critical of bad planning, critical of weak values, critical of what people say versus what they actually do. But here is the trap. Krittika can make you sharp, but sharpness without compassion becomes cruelty. Today, your words can cut deeper than you realize. Your judgments may be accurate, but your delivery may create unnecessary damage. So the advice is simple. Use the knife to refine, not to wound. Correct the habit. Do not destroy the person. Clean your finances. Do not shame yourself. Speak the truth. Do not humiliate someone to prove your intelligence. And because Uranus is also in Taurus in Krittika Pada 4, this material world is being electrically disturbed. Uranus says, you cannot keep obeying dead values. You cannot keep living by inherited patterns. You cannot keep calling stagnation security. This is where the day becomes powerful. You may suddenly question your earning model, your spending pattern, your food habits, your relationship with luxury, your dependency on comfort, your emotional attachment to possessions, your family's value system, your fear of financial change, your fear of becoming independent. A sudden realization may hit you. I have built stability, but is this stability alive? That one question can shake you today. Globally, this same energy can activate themes around food systems, agriculture, banking, finance, land, luxury industries, supply chains, resources, and public anxiety around security. People want stability, but they are tired of old economic structures. The world is asking, what is real value now? Mercury is also in Taurus, in Rohini Pada 4. Rohini is magnetic, fertile, sensual, creative, beautiful, artistic, business-minded, and deeply connected to food, wealth, voice, charm, and creation. Mercury here gives attractive speech, persuasive thinking, business intelligence, artistic communication, and strong awareness of resources. So today your voice is not ordinary. Your words can sell, heal, seduce, negotiate, teach, comfort, or manipulate. Be careful. Mercury in Rohini can make speech beautiful, but it can also make speech possessive. You may try to hold people through sweet words. You may try to convince yourself that something is valuable simply because it is familiar. You may become attached to a comfort, a person, a luxury, or a pattern because it feeds your senses. Use this Mercury well. Write, record, teach, sing, negotiate, plan. Review finances, audit subscriptions, review food habits, speak beauty, speak stability, speak value. But do not gossip about money, family, relationships, or status. Do not use charm as a mask for control. Mars is in Aries, in Ashwini Pada 4. This is ignition. Mars in Aries wants action, speed, competition, physical movement, courage, directness, and immediate execution. Ashwini is quick, healing, initiating, athletic, emergency-oriented, and restless. Pada 4 brings the lesson that your action must serve peace and the collective, not only your own selfish urgency. So today you may feel a very strong push to start something immediately. Exercise, launch, confront, repair, move, decide, cut, begin. This is excellent for physical training, emergency problem solving, starting a health routine, quick repairs, decisive action, and breaking procrastination. But this is dangerous for road rage, rash driving, angry messages, impulsive fights, head injuries, reckless sexual choices, and I will do it now and think later behavior. Mars today must be given work. If you do not give Mars a target, Mars will create conflict just to feel alive. So move your body. Walk fast. Train. Clean. Fix something. Take one practical action. But do not weaponize your impatience against people who are moving slower than you. Venus is in Gemini, in Ardra Nakshatra, near the edge between Pada 2 and Pada 3. This is not sweet Venus. This is storm Venus. Venus in Ardra brings emotional weather into relationships. Conversations can become intense, sharp, clever, sarcastic, seductive, painful, and strangely magnetic. You may feel attracted to people who awaken your mind, disturb your comfort, or mirror your unprocessed grief. This is the Venus that says, I want love, but I also want truth. I want beauty, but not fake beauty. I want connection, but I cannot tolerate shallow conversation. Ardra is the storm. It breaks old emotional weather. It forces tears, truth, rebellion, and mental transformation. So in love and relationships today, do not romanticize chaos. Do not confuse trauma chemistry with destiny. Do not reopen old wounds just because emotional intensity makes you feel alive. But use this beautifully. Create art from pain. Write from the wound. Sing the truth. Speak honestly. Have the conversation that clears the air, but do not use words as knives. Venus in Ardra can produce extraordinary creativity, social media impact, writing, music, psychology, shadow work, and relationship insight. But if misused, it becomes emotional testing, digital flirting, verbal cruelty, and addiction to drama. Jupiter is in Gemini in Punarvasu Nakshatra Pada 3. This brings the return of light through speech, learning, teaching, writing, business, media, ideas, education, and communication. Punarvasu is about restoration, second chances, guidance, validation, and returning to wisdom after confusion. So today, your mind may return to an old idea, an old teacher, an old project, an old skill, an old message, an old piece of wisdom that now makes sense in a new way. Jupiter in Gemini expands words. It expands learning. It expands teaching. But Pada 3 can become clever, transactional, shrewd, and too focused on gain. So the question is, are your words carrying wisdom, or are they only carrying cleverness? This is a powerful day for podcasting, teaching, scripting, writing, marketing, reconnecting with students, restarting old content, revising a course, recording a message, or explaining a complex idea simply. But avoid overpromising. Avoid preaching what you have not practiced. Avoid spiritual salesmanship without responsibility. Avoid jumping from one idea to another without completing anything. Today, Jupiter says, repeat the lesson until wisdom enters the mind. The moon is in Leo, in Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra Pada 1. Emotionally, this gives dignity, pride, commitment, partnership karma, agreements, loyalty, ethics, and the need to feel respected. You may not say it openly, but your emotional body wants recognition today. It wants to be honored. It wants to be valued. It wants to feel that your efforts are seen. But this can create emotional drama if you expect appreciation without communication. Uttara Phalguni is about commitments, contracts, support, long-term cooperation, and responsibility in relationships. This nakshatra asks, who stands with you after the celebration is over? Who is reliable when glamour fades? Who honors the agreement when nobody is clapping? So today, take your commitments seriously. Repair a promise. Honor a partner. Support a collaborator. Appreciate someone who has stood with you. Make a clean agreement. Do not emotionally manipulate people into praising you. Do not overcommit for status. Do not treat others as background characters in your personal drama. With the moon in Leo and Ketu also in Leo, the emotional ego is being tested. You may want the throne. But Ketu says, first surrender the false pride. Ketu is in Leo in Magha Nakshatra Pada 4. Magha is ancestral, royal, powerful, connected with lineage, authority, inheritance, leadership, and the unseen weight of family karma. But Ketu cuts attachment. Ketu spiritualizes. Ketu detaches. Ketu says, you may have inherited the throne, but have you inherited the responsibility? This can bring ancestral dreams, family memories, pride issues, authority issues, and deep emotional reactions around respect. You may feel unseen, or you may notice where you have been demanding loyalty without giving emotional nourishment. The advice is direct. Honor your ancestors, but do not hide behind lineage. Lead, but do not dominate. Serve, but do not announce every act of service. Release ego around title, name, position, family status, or spiritual superiority. Today, old pride wants to die so real dignity can be born. Saturn is in Pisces, in Rohini Nakshatra, Pada 1. This is the karmic weight of compassion. Rohini is protective, gentle, guiding, nurturing, spiritual, and connected with safe passage. Saturn here asks you to mature your compassion. Not perform compassion, not fantasize compassion. Mature it. This can feel like fatigue, emotional responsibility, spiritual seriousness, duty towards someone vulnerable, or the sense that an old chapter must be completed properly. Saturn in Pisces says, compassion without structure becomes leakage. Structure without compassion becomes coldness. So today, help where you can, but do not become someone's emotional servant. Protect your sleep. Protect your boundaries. Complete pending duties. Care for animals, elders, children, or people in transition if the opportunity appears. But do not promise what you cannot sustain. Neptune is also in Pisces, in Uttara Bhadrapada Pada 2. This adds spiritual fog, dreams, intuition, emotional sensitivity, ancestral impressions, and a deep need for surrender. But Neptune is tricky. It inspires first, then confuses, then dissolves, then spiritualizes. So not every feeling today is truth. Some feelings are intuition, some are projection, some are old grief wearing spiritual language. This is excellent for meditation, prayer, music, mantra, dream journaling, solitude, and inner healing. But avoid escapism, vague promises, addiction loops, savior-victim dynamics, spiritual bypassing, and believing every mystical sign without grounding. Ask yourself, is this divine guidance or am I avoiding reality? Pluto is in Capricorn, in Shravana Nakshatra Pada 1. This is deep structural pressure. Pluto does not create superficial change. Pluto intensifies, exposes, destroys what is false, and regenerates something more powerful. Capricorn rules systems, authority, government, corporations, institutions, hierarchy, discipline, career, and public structures. Shravana rules listening, counsel, learning sound, advice, and the ability to receive guidance. So today, power is hidden in what is being said and also in what is being avoided. Personally, this asks, where are you not listening? To your body, your elders, your mentors, your partner, your employees, your inner conscience, the repeated warning signs, the structural weakness in your work? Globally, this continues exposing pressure inside governments, corporations, authorities, institutions, and public systems. People are listening differently now. Narratives are being questioned. Authority is being audited. Systems that cannot carry truth begin to crack. Rahu is in Aquarius, in Shatabisha Nakshatra Pada 2. This is the obsession with technology, healing, networks, science, hidden systems, AI, astrology, data, medical research, secrecy, and unconventional solutions. Shatabisha is the field of 100 healers. It is brilliant, isolated, abstract, suspicious, and deeply connected to healing through systems. Rahu here can make you want to research everything, diagnose everything, decode everything, investigate every hidden pattern. This can be excellent for technology, astrology, research, healing methods, systems thinking, digital work, and organized problem solving. But Rahu exaggerates. So do not fall into health paranoia, conspiracy spirals, doom scrolling, technological addiction, or social isolation that turns into suspicion. Use the system. Do not become consumed by the system. Now, when we put the whole sky together, the personal forecast becomes very clear. Today, your body wants Taurus stability, but Uranus is disturbing that stability. Your mind wants Gemini stimulation, but Venus in Ardra makes conversations stormy. Your emotions want Leo recognition, but Ketu in Maga strips false pride. Your soul wants Pisces surrender, but Saturn demands discipline. Your outer life faces Capricorn pressure, where Pluto exposes what is weak in the structure. Rahu in Aquarius pulls you toward future systems, healing technologies, networks, and hidden knowledge. So you may feel restless, but not directionless, emotional but proud, inspired but foggy, practical but rebellious, ready to act but vulnerable to irritation. The prediction is this: today exposes where your comfort zone has become your prison. A money pattern, food habit, family value, relationship expectation, work structure, emotional pride pattern, or spiritual escape route may become impossible to ignore. This is not random. This is the sky showing you where life has become overmanaged, underlived, or too dependent on external security. The instruction is not to destroy everything. The instruction is to refine everything. Refine your money. Refine your speech. Refine your food. Refine your commitments. Refine your relationship with technology. Refine your spiritual boundaries. Refine your pride. Refine your nervous system. Do not make irreversible decisions from temporary agitation. Do not confuse insight with urgency. Do not confuse intensity with destiny. Do not confuse comfort with truth. Today, stabilize the body first. Eat clean, hydrate, walk, breathe, sleep. Move the Mars energy physically. Use Mercury for clear communication. Use Venus for art, not drama. Use Jupiter for wisdom, not clever manipulation. Use the Moon for dignity, not ego performance. Use Saturn for discipline. Use Neptune for prayer. Use Pluto for honest listening. Use Rahu for research, not obsession. Use Ketu for humility. The closing message for today is simple and powerful. You are not here to preserve a dead version of stability. You are here to build a life that is stable, beautiful, truthful, and alive. And if today's reading speaks to what you are personally going through, remember, this daily forecast is only the weather. Your birth chart is the map. Your planetary periods, your nakshatras, your per house placements, and your personal timing show where this energy is landing specifically in your life. So if you want a deeper annual personal forecast reading, one that actually works for you, your chart, your timing, your decisions, your relationships, your career, your money, your health patterns, and your soul direction, get in touch with me for a personal annual forecast reading. Like, share, subscribe, and stay connected, because the sky is always speaking. But the real power begins when you learn how it is speaking directly to you.